There are a lot of arguments against gay love and gay sex, but the one that has always made the least amount of sense to me within Christian circles is the idea of God's design. Sure, if you overlook every flaw in the human body and decide that everything about the human body is there for God's design, you eventually reckon with the parts of the body that are meant for pleasure during sex. If anything, God's design arguments makes a better case for opposite-sex sexual intercourse. Putting a peen and a V together usually only leads to orgasm for one of the two parties. Penis penetration doesn't hit the clitoris, and it rarely stimulates any of the fun parts unless you hit the right angles. But if you own and operate a clitoris, you're probably more likely to know how to pleasure one, so you put two of those things together, and someone's going to end up real happy. But my favorite argument is understanding the male prostate. If you don't own and operate a penis, you probably don't have the best equipment to hit a prostate. Like, you put a magic bell a dick distance up a man's ass, and you really think that God didn't want for gay sex? The Olympic-level mental gymnastics that it would take for someone to acknowledge, yes, that has a lot of pleasure points, but if a woman does a reach around, if you look at a penis and then look at fingers with nails, which one is probably the least likely to cause damage? I mean, have whatever kind of sex you want, but if we're going to make arguments about God's design, you have to acknowledge all the pleasure points and how they all fit together, and at that point, who are we to deny the will of the Lord?